Okay, let's see if there's anything on my phone, like regarding this stream here. Does it? Oh, it's showing up in like recent activities or whatever. We got Emmanuel Goffey here. Hello, Emmanuel. How have you been feeling for over the past few days? Hello, Easton Music Ministry. Welcome to the stream. So, this live stream is going to be a little bit different. You see, back in like 2018 or so, I made my first full-fledged commentary, but it's on a very like kind of dead topic. And this and like with so many commentaries on that video, looking back on this now, I could totally see why some people had some problems with it. You know, like Keyblade Master and Gumdrop Animator. So for this stream, we are going to be seeing why exactly a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, that's kind of a rocky start. I'm going to go to screen share first. Let's see if this works now. Okay. And then we are going to be adjusting this volume right here. And we're going to be taking a look at this video. We're just going to be kind of dissecting like exactly like what went wrong. Like the first time I did this type of stuff. Shut up! And Nicholas C. Miranda made a comment on that too. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can start this over without it, without it being too obnoxious about it. And as you can see, this is like a lot of people have been like, you know, bashing this as like the Noodle Tones ripoff disclaimer. And I didn't know like why I decided to do that, but I just thought it was like thought it would be pretty cool to just like do this almost the same thing as these other commentators out there. And now that I look at it, it just feels like maybe I probably shouldn't have done that. In a sense, though. Maybe we'll just skip through this right here. That's where the disclaimer ends. So, hello, White Tupac. Welcome. So we're going to be starting this video from right here.
Probably wondering why my avatar is Maple Pines. Well, it's a long story, actually. To keep it short, I do tend to look at videos that are mediocre or best or just the worst ever from time to time, but I try to be as optimistic as possible, just like in real life when I know that bad stuff is going to happen.
That's kind of a bad explanation as to like why that was kind of a really dumb explanation as to why I decided to choose Maple Pines as his avatar, like as my avatar at least. Maybe I probably should have just like said something along the lines of, well, I just like her. And that would be that. But it just had to go so full-fledged. Like a lot of these commentators in the commentary community, they just like to put out these really long skits regarding like, you know, like what's going on or whether they just wanted to make it entertaining or not. Just wanted to, you know, like keep it like short and whatnot. But anyway, so let's continue on with this.
I know it sounds stupid, but all I gotta do is keep my head up and smile. But enough about that. Cue the intro.
And here's like the really long intro. Again, trying to emulate other commentators, you know, Youngblood Fantasy 91 has like his own little style of commentaries where it's like he has this little cool little intro with like old timey music and stuff like that. And like right off the bat, like that was when like a lot of this right off the bat, these were like really big red flags for this one. Anyways, let's continue on.
Raven, the commentator 2001 here with a commentary for all the cool cats out there. Alright, I know Mr. Sir Raven and Thomas Memory Central already did a commentary on this, but with the Apu controversy, South Park's jokes on today's political climate, and what Roseanne said on Twitter, I felt like I needed to do this commentary on Onision.
Yeah, like I said, this Onision guy, like, he's become a very dead topic at this point. And I've mentioned, like, these two other commentators, like Mr. Sir Raven and Thomas Memory Central. These guys, they haven't made commentaries in a while, and I just don't know why. I decided to just mention him just right off the bat. I feel like this intro was terrible. Just saying. Yeah, that intro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that, Emmanuel. Um, and yeah, and looking back at this now, this is just like very. It almost just feels like it's very saccharine and all that, and there's a lot of good reasons for this. It didn't really add anything to the video in question, and it really didn't bring anything new to the table. Besides the whole what Roseanne said on Twitter and South Park jokes on political climate and whatnot. But we'll get into almost all that in just a few minutes.
Onision is a YouTuber who makes random and satirical skits and other videos. He also has another channel called Onision Speaks, where he discusses his personal views. Now, here's where the problem lies. His views on a lot of issues are so twisted. According to Onision, if you uphold religious beliefs, you're insane and just cram it down into other people's brains. And if you eat meat, you're a cannibal.
I just love the fact that I just said, like, like, this is what Onision believes, and this is what he says, this is what he does, this and that. When in actuality, like, he hasn't done any other videos in a long time, and he's not even relevant anymore. It's not almost as he's kind of almost as irrelevant as Ray William Johnson, Shane Dawson, basically all these types of people. The only difference is that Shane Dawson has done some pretty dark jokes in the past, which we'll get into in just a moment. And Onision, like, he's done like some pretty dark jokes, and he hasn't been talked about much anymore. And except for his like recent controversies, which I'm not going to get into. Yeah, and I remember you plagiarized in this video. Yeah, I plagiarized a lot in this one. And this is like really, yeah, this was and in the end, this was a really stupid decision to make in my eyes. Like I don't know why I decided to do this one. But yeah, that's kind of the idea.
That's what he said in two videos. In today's Target, he says that it's hypocritical to like South Park and Family Guy's brand of humor, then find his videos offensive. Of course, since I will be discussing dark subject matter, viewer discretion is heavily advised.
I didn't really think that this whole viewer discretion is advice thing was necessary. Sure, we discuss like adult subjects and dark subject matter, but that doesn't really require like a viewer discretion at all. There's no like blood in it. There's no sex in it. There's none of that in the video. It's just like him around a blue screen talking to the camera, basically. Nothing really too bad for the video to grant it like the viewer discretion is advised warning. None of it.
Now, without further hesitation, let's begin.
And this one right here, like, that just still looks terrible. That's I don't know why I decided to choose this little green background over like red text. Like that could cause somebody to go like colorblind. Like that, I don't know. No, not really that. Excuse me. That could really make a colorblind person go crazy.
Got a question for you guys. Do you support South Park? Support Family Guy?
I'm still looking for season recommendations for South Park because maturity and curiosity have led me to let go of the toxic hate that I used to have for it. I used to like Family Guy when I was younger, but I just find it to be immature for my taste nowadays.
That was not really even necessary in that one. And I realized this too, that personal bias is not really a good thing to add in a commentary, especially for a first timer. If you happen to be watching this and you want to make commentaries for the first time, please, please, please don't make the same mistakes as I did. Don't plagiarize anybody. Don't shove in your own personal bias to just misinterpret every single point that your target has. Just don't be an idiot, basically. Um, like, yeah, maybe I probably should not have added in like my personal opinions like to begin with, because well, that's kind of pointless in a sense, because like yes, I'm still looking for South Park season recommendations, but that really didn't add much to the video. And like I said, it doesn't bring anything new to the table. Almost nothing new to the table.
Also, Onision, you failed to realize that there are other animated comedies that have questionable humor for some viewers besides South Park and Family Guy. Here are just a few examples. Futurama, Bob's Burgers, Aqua Air Force, Squidbillies, Robot Chicken, Archer, Beavis and Butthead, and of course, The Simpsons. Besides, if you actually think about this and how the comedy in these shows compared to your brand of humor, you would not have made this video.
Well, um, that was not like a really good part of this interjection at all. Like, I knew I didn't really know like where I was gonna go with this. Like, I wanted to like just provide examples of like shows with adult humor and some shock humor in there. I remember like back then, like Bob's Burgers had like really edgy humor in the earlier seasons. But anyways, that's besides the point. So Onision was really just asking a question that sounded like a bit of a rhetorical question and not just like a, hey, I want like your opinion on this and that. That really wasn't really a smart move on my part. It's not really like the best thing you should do, especially when making a commentary like on like something as old as this, when which really you probably shouldn't be commenting on old dead topics now, since either A, they're not relevant anymore, or B, they might not stand on they might not even stand by their views anymore. So that's why I think this part here was just uh ugh.
Family Guy and South Park have
Let me turn this up a bit.
amount of offensive jokes considered to be offensive. But many of my viewers still support them despite these offensive jokes. Many of my viewers even laugh at these offensive jokes. Clap like idiot monkeys.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Idiot monkeys.
Later on in the video, he states people's hypocrisy when it comes to their perspective on how dark humor is executed, especially on Onision's videos. And in this instance, he calls people who like South Park and Family Guy, but not his videos, idiot monkeys.
That's just one instance of me just taking a joke way too seriously. And like I didn't really know like what to come for or what to expect. But yeah, okay. So I get it. Like this type of humor isn't really for everybody, especially me, but now that I have like actually gotten into some darker humor and just actually just got out of the oh, I'm so offended, you could have made me sick phase, I'm just kind of starting to understand like what Onision is saying. So a lot of people just say that like it's hypocritical to say that Family Guy and South Park's brand of humor is offensive, but not really, excuse me, like not so offensive, and that Onision's brand of humor is just deemed offensive. He might seem like a good. I see where he's coming from on his front, but at the same time, though, when making a joke, you gotta have some context into this. Just all flat out context. I mean, yeah, like I said, context matters in jokes like this. A lot of you may disagree with me on this, but Shane Dawson, for example, he did an episode of his podcast not too long ago where he like told this story, which is really kind of a joke, by the way, about how he did the dirty with one of his cats, and then people see it now and everybody's just getting outraged. And that's just the part of society in this generation. And I really don't get is that everybody's getting offended by everything. And they don't really have much of a sense of humor nowadays. All right. Well, got more to say on that later. So let's continue.
Really think about that, even towards the end of the video, because that is going to slap him in the face, let alone knock his teeth out later.
Probably could have saved that clip for later, just to kind of point out Onision's hypocrisy. But nowadays, like I said, I do understand where he's coming from.
As the show plays on. And then they have, for some reason, the motivation to come to my channel and see me tell pretty much the same joke, just in a different way. And they say I'm a horrible human being.
Oh no! People have terrible opinions about Onision!
Call the police! That joke was a groaner. I mean, like, that was really stupid. Like, it wasn't really funny. It didn't really add anything, like, to the video itself. Like, all he said was, oh no, someone did this and that, and someone's doing really stupid things. Call the police! Call the president! Call the fire department! Like, I really don't get why, like, I thought that joke was funny. I mean, like, nowadays, I really don't think this is funny. That joke was just asinine. It was loud, and it was not, most certainly, it doesn't really bring out any laughs. Not one laugh at all. I mean, like, sure, the joke was, it was, like, stupid, but, like, yeah, that was, not worth it. Not worth doing it. Moving on.
I tell a joke about butt raping a guy. I'm awful. Family Guy tells a joke about raping a woman. They're amazing.
It depends on the punchline of the joke and what it means. If any character in the comedy show just rapes somebody for the sake of it, like you did, then no, it's not funny. It's sick and disgusting.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, with any given joke, especially like with dark humor, context matters. And a lot of you may, and like I said, a lot of you may disagree with me on this, but sexual innuendos, for example, there are so many sexual innuendos in children's shows that when you're a kid, you don't really initially get it. But when you're an adult, then you're just going to laugh and say, oh, now I understand that joke. But if a religious person sees a sexual innuendo, they think that the person has a sinful mind or a dirty mind or whatever. And that's, again, part of the outrage culture that I really don't get for this generation nowadays. I mean, like I said in the very beginning, like, everybody's just getting offended by everything nowadays. And it's just really discouraging, especially, like, for the entertainment industry. And like, there are a lot of people that have gotten into trouble for making offensive jokes too. Like, Kevin Hart had come on to like a Twitter attack like not too long ago over the Cowboys versus Indians joke, or even like his jokes of the past. But I feel like there are just people just digging like the graves of other people's past selves just so they can get a piece of that pie, so they can keep the outrage culture going. Which in my mind nowadays, that's just very asinine. I mean, like, come on. Context matters in a joke, and no matter how you slice it, a joke is still a joke.
Here's an example of a rape joke used in South Park. South Park had an episode in season 21 called Doubling Down. The entire joke was about President Garrison constantly raping Mike Pence, Paul Ryan, and Mitch McConnell. It doesn't just bring rape into the spotlight, but it also presents commentary on what is currently going on in American politics today.
That was a modern example of, like, a rape joke that I could think of. Granted, I have not seen the Double Down episode, but, not Double Down, excuse me, Doubling Down. Granted, I haven't seen the episode quite yet, but I have done some research on it, and just kind of saw the joke and I thought, oh, well, maybe that's just a modern rape joke. And I decided I might put that in there. But now when I look at it, it isn't really necessary. That wasn't necessary at all. Maybe I probably could have like used like a more like in the 2011 example, but that could be like considered more plagiarism, and that would not be a smart move on my part. So why is my screen acting up? Oh, there we go. Sorry, it's gonna take a little longer before I get it working again. So let's continue.
The other hand, just use rape as the punchline with no meaning whatsoever. Well, then again, not everyone thinks that rape jokes are funny anyway. Also, what about the people that don't like your videos and don't like South Park, Family Guy, or any of the other comedy shows that I mentioned earlier? Are they idiot monkeys as well?
I just can't believe that I said that in the interjection there. Like, what about those people? Like, I I know Just a Robot is inherently against the whataboutisms, and I'm kind of against the whataboutisms as well, because that's just really stupid. Also, also not also that thing on rape jokes. Yeah, I don't really stand by that anymore. And this is just like coming from somebody that has like been looking back on previous things and just saying, "Ah, what the hell is this shit? That's just terrible." I'm sorry for my foul language, but really, this this is just kind of getting me a little how do you say, a bit worried about like what I'm going to do at the moment. So, not really that much though. Anyways,
I tell a joke about hitting a woman who's constipated in the belly with a baseball bat, at the time assumed to be a baby, but in fact, no, just constipation. And I'm an awful human being.
Well, good thing I didn't watch that video because that's just sickening. Why would anyone pretend to be a pregnant woman and be hit by somebody with a baseball bat, shot in the stomach with a handgun, and then a poop come out because apparently that woman was constipated? That's just horrible.
That was really bad. Like, I don't know why I decided to, point this out. Like, initially, I tried looking for the video, with like Onision like hitting the pregnant woman with a baseball bat and having like shit come out of like presumably like his girlfriend or something like that. Like, no, maybe his. Okay, here's the thing. Like, his girlfriend hit Onision in the belly with a baseball bat and have not a baby come out, but poop come out of his butt. I mean, I tried looking for the video, and it really just didn't really exist anymore. But now I look at it now, maybe I should have just looked at the video at face value before even looking at it. LOL, his picture. That's kind. I know that's funny, Penny Loud. Penny Product, excuse me. Well, don't have a lot else to say, so sorry, don't have anything else to say, so let's move on.
Family Guy or South Park tells a joke about abortion, and they're amazing.
You know, there was an episode of Family Guy that tackled abortion called Partial Terms of Endearment, which was banned from airing on television in the United States because of how it portrayed abortion. I don't want to go into further detail about that, but I'll say this. Nowhere in the history of any animated or live-action comedy ever has there been a joke where a character hits a pregnant woman with a baseball bat and shoots her in the stomach to cause an abortion, plus having poop come out of said woman. Reason being that A, they don't want to lose sponsors and viewers, and B, abortion is a very sensitive topic, especially for religious people. In fact, I don't think you're mature enough to tackle that subject.
That's that interjection was awful. I mean, when it comes down to it, you either like can appreciate abortion jokes if you have a stronger sense of humor, or you'll or you just don't like it. Really linked to that. Gotta go look for that episode. BRB. All right. But anyways, so like, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but if a lot of this, it just sounds like I was having a really bad day, and as a result of that, I get like really mad, and it's just like maybe, and then looking back at it, I'm just like maybe it isn't such a good idea to make commentary videos angry, because it just gives the vibe of condescending. It just gives a bit of a condescending, angry, evil or negative kind of vibe. When commentaries are just meant to help, like the person that you're commentating on, and that's not really saying that much because, well, not a lot of people just make commentaries just with baby feel.
Really are.
So like videos like South Park and Family Guy.
It's not really the issue. I mean, what if Onision was just like saying, hey, Park and Family Guy, and they're fun and really funny. But then, like, a lot of people, they start to see, like, trying to think of a better example. Like, let's say, like, Onision, like, copying, like, humor styles from other shows, like, say, The Simpsons or Archer, for example. And he has been known to tell people not to be a plagiarist. A lot of people wouldn't really like that because they say that, hey, you say that you aren't supposed to be plagiarizing people, but here you are plagiarizing other people yourself. That's kind of hypocritical on your part, and like there's a big reason for that. You're not really doing what you're meant to say. And there was a reason why the phrase "practice what you preach" exists, because and there's a bit of some hypocrisy on my end right there, which will come up later. It's about like the um I'm not gonna really spoil that. Just watch.
Because right now, I'm being lynched for no reason.
I'm sorry, but misusing words like lynch does not get you sympathy points. Maybe if you came out with an apology video for that disgusting joke involving a pregnant woman, then we would feel sorry for you and forgive you for it.
Well, if this was like done now, he probably would have apologized. But here's the thing, though, that was in the past. That was in his past, and he's not even like that relevant anymore. You can't even see like his old videos anymore, I don't think. And like the thing is that all other people can have like pretty dark pasts too, or can make dark jokes in the past. Like say PewDiePie, like he paid like $5 to say like some Nazi stuff just as a joke, and as a result of that, he got into a lot of trouble. He was removed from the Disney Preferred Creators Program, and he has like gotten into some media scrutiny because of that. And like, yeah, that's just one example. So if Onision were to do the same things he did in the past that he did today, he would have gotten the exact same treatment that PewDiePie did. And you know what? That's what I've come to realize when watching this. Like, this is not the type of treatment that I probably would be giving like any of my future targets at all.
Because people can't get a joke unless it's in a cartoon because their brains are too slow to register the fact that it is a joke. due to the lack in animation.
Then why do you think that live-action comedies like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Recreation, and Modern Family aired on television in the first place? Having a joke in a cartoon or live-action show makes no difference at all. It doesn't. You're just not taking responsibility for your actions and proceeding to blame other people and other things. You need to understand that other people's opinions are not the same as yours.
Aha! See the hypocrisy right there? Yeah, earlier in the video I said that not everybody likes rape jokes because I said so. And yet here I am saying you need to understand that other people's opinions are not the same as his. There was something really wrong with that one. And I didn't really even check it the first time. But it wasn't until Gumdrop Animator pointed this out in her commentary, and maybe like Keyblade Master or Nicholas E. Miranda pointed this out in their commentaries as well. Which, by the way, I haven't seen like the Nicholas. By the way, I know I've said this already, but I haven't seen Nicholas E. Miranda's commentary in its entirety. So I may get the chance to see it if I have time. But right now, I've got to focus like on other stuff. You know, I've got finals and I'm going to be like graduating from high school next week. You know, all that important stuff. But that's besides the point. The point is, like, maybe I probably should have just had like, you know, have somebody in the commentary community just check my scripts before I even like started recording this. That way it wouldn't come off as like a hypocrite or just some angry woman or something.
Some people think that pineapple on pizza is delicious. Well, I think it's disgusting.
I don't think that was necessary. I mean, do we have any like pineapple on pizza fans out there? I mean, because if you do, then if you do like pineapple on pizza, then I respect your opinion. Good for you. You like the type of toppings on pizza that you like. Well, I like the toppings on pizza that I like, which doesn't really involve like acidic sweet stuff on the pizza at all. Not even like pineapples. Hard pass for me. But if you like it, then good for you.
Do I care about what other people think? No. What you're saying shows that you care way too much about what other people think of you, and as a result, you make these defensive responses to outside opinion. You also stereotype your critics as these unintelligent, ignorant people who throw around ad hominem statements like candy. That's pure ignorance from you right there.
It's not really ignorance if the person is speaking their mind. Like Onision was doing right here the whole video. Emmanuel Gaffey says, I like pineapples, but not on pizza. Exactly. Like, I am on the same boat as you, Emmanuel. I mean, I like fresh pineapples, but I also like grilled pineapples, though. But anyways, that's besides the point. My point is that if a person is speaking their mind, they're really not just defending themselves from outside opinion just for the sake of it. They're defending themselves because they want to speak their mind. Either that, or they've gotten into too much controversy and they want to clear things up. That's what Onision was kind of doing the whole time in the video, and that's what I didn't really catch on when I decided to do this commentary.
This is ridiculous.
Well, what I find ridiculous is that you can't take criticism and you have a twisted view in life where your opinion matters more than everyone else's.
And what I find ridiculous is that I was just being an idiot who had no idea what Onision's intentions were for that video to begin with.
And I'm being attacked for no good reason.
Did you even listen to yourself before you published this video? Earlier you said that you were being attacked because of your videos, and now you're saying you're being attacked for no apparent reason? Stop contradicting yourself. It makes you as a YouTuber look bad. Also, to quote Buzz Lightyear, you are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Oh yeah, well, good riddance, Chiluni. No, but seriously though, like, I want to talk about the whole censorship thing. Like, I wanted to keep myself, like, you know, family friendly, PGG for the kiddies out there. Like, nowadays, like, as I'm starting to become an adult, I can tolerate bad language. And I want to talk about that point here. Like, well, it's like, something along the lines of, hang on, let me see if I can like uh replay that. That way like I can like pay a little bit more attention to that.
Did you even listen to yourself before you published this video? Earlier you said that you were being attacked because of your
Oh, that's what it
videos,
was.
and now you're saying you're being attacked for no apparent reason? Stop contradicting yourself. It makes you as a YouTuber look bad. Also, to quote Buzz Lightyear, you are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
I apologize to any Toy Story fans that did not like that quote to be inserted in that commentary. Well, Onision wasn't really like I think from the amount of like unfair criticism that he's gotten like from dark jokes of the past, I feel like he's not getting into like a very good place, and like he's gotten like into a bit of a fair disadvantage because, well, yes, like a lot of the stuff that he did in the past was gross, but at the end of the day, they're still jokes. That and like the people that were giving him some constructive criticism on it, good on them, but like the next time you like try to do something like this, you have really got to be careful because you might not know what how other people are going to react, or you might not know how your target is going to react, especially in like commentaries or in a comment on a video. Well, all in all, just don't be mean to other people, and just because you're criticizing somebody doesn't mean you have the right to bully them. All right, let's continue on.
Goodbye.
Okay, that's how the video ends. Onision, I don't think you deserved having 1 million subscribers at all, because I just don't think you were humble enough for it. If you can't handle an opinion that is not yours, then I have 4 words for you. Get used to it. There will be people who will criticize you for what you do, Onision. If you want to get better, then all you have to do is humble yourself to your critics and try to improve. If any Onision fan out there thought this video was trolling, hating, or getting on Onision's case, just remember to be respectful about it in the comment section. If you can do that, I think you'll do just fine on the internet. I don't think any of you or my viewers is an idiot monkey, and I never will. I think you are a human being whose opinion is different from everyone else's. The moral of the story is opinions vary from person to person, and whether we agree or not, we need to respect each other's opinions. That's all I have for this video. Until next time, this is Raymond the Commentator 2001 saying with great wisdom comes great responsibility, and you can look, but you can't touch. Take care and have a nice day, my friends.
That I don't know why I decided to do that for an outro. We're just gonna let this finish. Well, that was something. And now this will be the perfect time for final thoughts on this one. Boy, did I do a lot of things wrong in that commentary. For one, I mean, it's one thing to stay angry throughout the entire video, but just attacking a person for having an opinion and just having a different sense of humor than you really does cross the line right there. Also, Miss Kohai gave you this idea? Which video was he? I mean, she wasn't. Well, it was that one video where like it was like that one live stream like where she did like a commentary on like let's just comment episode 1 just in case. I was inspired by Mills Kohai. You know, like if Mills Kohai happens to be watching this, I do sincerely apologize if you thought that I was like, you know, plagiarizing you and stuff like that. But anyways, like on to my final thoughts. All in all, I think I just didn't do a very, very good job of like doing a commentary on a video. For one thing, like I was just like not, I didn't really like look to a lot of like what Nisian had been saying because I wasn't really like paying attention to the context of what he's saying. I I also had been like really just angry, which I probably should have just kept your emotions in check. And or just my emotions in check, excuse me. That and there was like a lot of unnecessary stuff too, like the pineapple on pizza thing and the call the Teen Titans, call the police joke. Like, oh my gosh, like a lot of these like parts of it, they were just like big groaners and they were just like, um, no, I probably should have just done something a little bit different. Um, well, could you post Milko High stream? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can. Like, I think it was like watching and probably copy link. And gonna go back to the stream and I'm gonna paste it like on in the chat. Here's the link to that. It's like the reasoning why like episode 1 of Let's Just Comment is terrible. All right. All right. So what are your thoughts on all this? Comment down below. Let me know. I want to hear your opinions because I want to be the very respectful Raven that I want to be, and not the person who I used to be in that Onision commentary. Well, that is all that I have for this live stream. Until next time, this is Raven the Commentator 2001, signing off. In the words of Mabel Pines, you can look, but you can't touch. And in the words of the late great Stan Lee, Excelsior!